first video. I think it serves the purpose of helping the tennis community. I know there's a lot of kids at home that cannot play tennis or do any physical activity. So, I mean, I think this is good for you guys. It's not an actual workout, it's more like a tennis practice. Of course, it has its fitness part and some coordination, but at the end of the day, I just want this is a product for tennis people. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Number two is this takes actually a lot of work. I don't really have experience doing this stuff, but based on the circumstances, I think it's good to try. So if you like it, please share with other people, other friends, and just spread the word around the tennis community. Main focus today is going to be open stance, how to load an open stance, how can we use that in ground strokes, and we're going to translate that into some returns. All right, so hope you guys enjoy it. First warm-up exercise today, we're going to use our foam roller. I have this tiny one. If you have the longer one, it's way better. We're going to work on moving and generating some mobility around the thoracic area. For those who don't know me, I've been struggling with back injury for almost 2 years, and this is an exercise that my doctor recommended me to do every single day. So just remember, we want to have like a stiff lower back and really have a lot of mobility up here. And if we have that, we're going to be better at ground strokes, at serves. I see that all across the levels, from the younger ones who are really stiff here. So the lower back moves a lot, and that is going to create a lot of issues later. So this is something that I like to do. Basically, you just get your foam roller, and you just try to place your shoulder blades right in the foam roller. And keeping my knees there, I'm going to rest my head in between my hands. And I'm just going to make sure my core is engaged here. So I have a nice core engagement. And I'm going to go back. That's 1, 2, 3. I should feel how my chest goes up. 4, 5. And I'm going to do 10 like that. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to roll forward a little bit. So the foam roller is not right where my shoulder blade starts, but a little bit higher. And I'm going to pretty much do exact same thing. Core is engaged the whole time. And I'm going to shoot for 10. 1, 2, nice control motion. 3, 4. And I'm going to go all the way to 10 in this exercise. So we're going to start with our regular warm-up just to kind of move a little bit. I'm going to go with the classic over the fence. So I'm just going to bounce here. I'm going to go 1 and 2, the same we did the other day, 3, 4. I'm going to keep doing that for 15, and then I'm going to go other direction, 1, 2, 3, and just keep everything light. I don't want to be tight, just keep it smooth and relaxed. Boom. I'm going to go 15 each direction. It's going to be our warm-up number 1. Cool, now we're going to get into more and more movement. These days are like with a lot of stress and we don't really know what's going to happen. So let's try to use this time to relax a little bit. I'm going to move my feet again, and I'm going to start with the side kicks. I'm going to go 1 and keep my core engaged, 2. Trying to stay still here, 3, 4. And I'm going to go all the way 10 on each side kicks. Then I'm going to go forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. See the way I keep bouncing on my feet as I go down. I'm going to go 10 on each forward. And the last one, just keep moving, and I'm going to go across. 1, 2. Trying to get elbow to knee. 3. So I'm a little bit of crunching here using my core. And I'm going to go again 10 on each side, so 20 total. So I'm going to go side kick first, then front kick. The kids like to call this a zombie walk. And then I'm going to do a cross to use my core. And that'll be the next warm-up. Now we're going to do side lunges, simple wide base. I'm going to go keeping my left knee straight. I'm going to stick my butt out. Just 1, and then I can go to the other side, and 2, 3. Make sure your body's going out. This leg is extended. You guys know this stuff. Good quality here. We're going to go 10 on each side. Great. Ooh. Now for this one, we need the ball, whatever ball you guys are using. I'm gonna get into a nice ready position, wide base, chest up, nice engagement on my core. And I'm basically gonna move the ball around me. I'm gonna load pretty much to a lunge here, and then up, and then here. You see the way I'm turning my shoulders? This is gonna be a huge drill for what we're gonna do later in the workout today. So I'm gonna go 1 and 2, 3. I don't wanna lean that much. I wanna stay straight as I am loading my hip and rotating my shoulders. Boom. I'm gonna go all the way to 20 here. So it's a nice warm up for my legs, nice warm up for my core as well. Now we're gonna get into some movement of the shoulder and upper body. So I'm gonna go circles here. 1, 2, 3. This is sometimes really tight here. 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go to 10. Then I'm gonna go opposite direction. I'm gonna go forward now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my trap is working here. Try to keep your neck relaxed. Sometimes we go like that. Try to keep it relaxed and then make the shoulder blades do the work. They're just rotating forward and back. We're gonna go 10 like that. And then just bouncing in place. We're gonna go circles, 1 and 2, maybe 10. Then I'm gonna go other hand and maybe like 10 here. Then I'm gonna go backwards, 10, and then backwards. So just pretty much warming up our shoulders, making sure everything is moving smoothly and well. 2 more, we continue with the upper body. This drill, the person who taught me this called it no money. So you're gonna get into a nice wide base, not too low, just nice there. And I'm gonna keep my shoulder blade back, engaging my core, hands like these, like asking for money, and keeping your thumbs. You're gonna move your thumbs to the side. 1, squeezing your shoulder blades back. 2, take your chin to your chest, because we're gonna do a lot of like that. So keep your chin tucked here, and I'm just gonna go 1 and 2. If you see me sideways, hopefully my shoulder blades are squeezing together back there. It's nice and control. I'm gonna go maybe 12. Trying to go between 12 to 15. Again, the work is in my shoulder blades. That's where I want to feel it. My shoulder blades are here. I'm just squeezing it together. Okay, that's what we're gonna do for that one. So this is the kids' favorite. The inchworm is a nasty one, so you're gonna get pretty warm here. So pretty basic. I'm gonna get down, keeping my legs extended. I'm gonna go down to the push-up. Nice push-up. I'm gonna walk my feet, keeping my arms where they are. Walk my feet, and then I'm gonna walk my hands. The whole idea of this is to keep arms and legs fully extended. I'm gonna get another push-up, walk my hands forward. As I don't have more room, I'm gonna walk my legs back, walk my feet back, push up, and then I'm gonna walk my hands back. So we're gonna do that for 10. If you're doing it forward, just every time you do a push-up, it's gonna be 1. Keep your legs extended, keep your arms fully extended for 10. Okay, so make sure you get a drink of water. Warm up is done. We're gonna start with some coordination as we did the other day. We're gonna continue with the skips. Guys, I know if you're struggling with these, remember what I always tell you. Easy and control, do it in place, find your rhythm. Find the rhythm between the legs, find the rhythm between the arms, and then we make it faster. So I'm gonna go skip in place. I breathe, and as soon as I feel, yeah, I got it, I'm gonna start moving forward, and then back, and then forward. This is just a warm-up for today. Forward and back, keeping the rhythm, nothing too crazy. Perfect, you're like, yeah, I got this. Then we're gonna go to the side one. Okay, side one is gonna be a little bit tricky. Remember, your hips are facing forward the whole time. We're not rotating yet because we're gonna do that one today as a progression. So I'm gonna skip in place and then move to the side. Keep your hips forward and then back. You breathe, you breathe, you breathe, go. So that one, 25 seconds on, 50 seconds off. 3 sets for that one. So back and forth is just the warm up, and then we're gonna go side, 25 seconds, good intensity, rest for 50. All right, this is what we call another progression of this skip is over the fence. Skip over the fence. Pretty much the same skip, but I'm gonna cross my hips. I'm gonna do a nice knee over. So I'm gonna skip in place to start. I skip in place to start, and I'm gonna go one. I find my rhythm here, and then go again. Find my rhythm here, and then one. As I don't have more room, I just keep doing it like that. Maybe 1 and 2. If you have more room, just keep going all the way through. Make sure you're doing, as I start here, boom, I go 1, right? I go that direction, I go the opposite direction. A little bit tricky. If you need to warm up, just kind of find your rhythm, and then as soon as you have it, 25 seconds on, 50 off, 3 sets like that. Cool, we're gonna continue our last skip progression. I hope you guys are doing this properly. If not, take your time. So I'm gonna start again in place, skip in place, and I'm just gonna go back and back. So I'm gonna go neutral. I don't have that much room, so it's gonna be tough, and neutral. So if I'm doing it in place, it's gonna look like this. Boom, and then neutral. And boom, and then neutral. Okay, maybe I try this way. I'm gonna go here and neutral. So it's sideways, but in this case, I'm gonna open up my hip backwards. And if I'm going that direction, I'm gonna open up my hip this direction. Okay? So I'm gonna try it one more time. Here, skip in place, and then open, open. If I'm doing it in the other direction, I'm gonna find my rhythm, kind of losing it, then open, open. So I think you guys have the idea. Over the fence, but backwards, opening in this direction. Same intensity, 25 seconds on. And we're getting a little bit tougher and tougher in this progression. So again, take your time, do it properly. 3 sets. All right, cool. So we're gonna continue. The next one is one of my favorites. It's called tapioca, or maybe a different name. I don't really know. It doesn't really matter. It's just about coordination between my lower body, my upper body. I'm just gonna dance a little bit. So I'm gonna go back and back. You see I'm stepping back. I'm gonna do it nice and controlled. Look at my feet. I'm gonna start using my hips to rotate a little bit more. As my hips rotate, my upper body is gonna move too, and I'm gonna speed it up. This is a tough one. So you're gonna go 25 seconds on, 50 off, 3 sets. Again, just my feet, okay? Just my feet here, back, and then back, back, okay? A little bit of coordination, let your arms swing around, don't try to be stiff here. Let them move, okay? Let's do it, good work. Everybody, make sure you're drinking enough water, taking your time. We're gonna get into our next stage of the session. We're gonna get into core stability. We're gonna start with dead box again. This is again huge for my back. We really want to have a strong core to release the pain from here. So this is something that I've been doing pretty much every day for the last 18 months. So that's all right. It's a good exercise. So you get a little bit tired of it, but that's fine. As long as it helps us get better, then we know we gotta do it. So I'm gonna go flat on my back. I'm gonna go flat on my back. Imagine that your belly is pushing down. So I keep my back flat into the ground. I keep everything here still. And I'm gonna kick this heel forward as I push my hand back. That's gonna be 1. And then opposite. 2, 3. Try to keep everything else still here. Big challenge is to keep the flat back here against the ground. I don't want to see you guys overarching, creating a lot of room in here. Should be completely straight. So you see the way I need to tuck my hips so I can push into the ground. And then it becomes more difficult when I start having some movement, because that's gonna challenge my core, okay? The whole idea of that one is to get to 20. Every time you move is 1, and then 2, all the way to 20. It's gonna be like the other day, 3 exercises of core. We're gonna go each of those individual, and at the end we repeat the whole circuit. So we're gonna do now side planks. I'm gonna have leg over leg, foot over foot. I'm gonna keep my elbow under my shoulder. Keep elbow under your shoulder. Tuck your hips forward a little bit and press up with the hips. Stay here. 1. We're gonna go for 30. If this is too much, or maybe let's say too easy, so you're gonna raise your hand up. Keep the nice tilt on your hips forward. The hand is back. If this is too hard, what you can do is just place one knee on the ground and then push with the other one like this. Okay, so just a little bit pressing your hips up. You can do just some different progressions, regressions for that one. The side plank, the younger kids, the 10 and under, 8 and under, they struggle with that. Even some 12 and under that are not in good shape, so that's all right. Find your progression that works with you, for you. Keep the strong core, 30 seconds, and then you turn around and you do exact same thing on the other side. Elbow under your shoulder, leg over leg, and then just push up. Keep your hips slightly forward, hands up if you want to. If not, let it rest here. We try not to collapse. Come on, keep your hips pushing up and hold there for 30 seconds. So we're gonna continue, last exercise of the core. We're gonna go regular plank again. This time we're gonna go for 30 seconds, and then we're gonna do some variation. So I'm gonna get into my nice regular plank, make sure I have a nice flat back, keep pushing and engaging my core. I'm making sure my shoulders are over my elbows, not too far like that, or too back, just kind of nice there. 30 seconds, when the timer beeps, then you're gonna know that it's your time to go up and down. So that's what it's called, is I'm gonna go from elbow plank to high plank. And that's gonna be 1, I'm gonna go down. And that's gonna be 2. I keep my core really engaged. I'm gonna get tired here easily. I'm just gonna go for 10. And then up. That's 3. That's 4. And I keep going all the way to 10. Keep your quality on your plank. Make sure your back is not aching like mine. That means the core is getting a little bit tired. Okay, so I just want to have the whole engagement from here. Give it a try. So dead box is 1, side planks is 2, front plank with ups and downs is gonna be 3. 3 sets total. So 3 exercises is 1. We're aiming for 3. So that's pretty good work, you guys. All right, so we're gonna start with the technical piece of the day. As I said before, it's gonna be all around open stance and how to generate power off just one leg. This could be tricky for a lot of younger players, or a lot of people who are not strong enough on their legs, on their core, hips, but we need all to understand the importance of having the proper technique. This is a big tool for tennis players. I'm just gonna tell you a couple of examples where you need to use this type of stance. Number 1 is when the ball is coming fast to your feet. The better you play, the faster the ball is gonna come. So you don't have time to set up sideways, the ball comes right to your feet. You gotta be able to load. In open stance, the most common one is when your opponent is pushing you off to the side and you have to run. So again, there's no time to set up sideways, the classic closed stance, neutral stance, whatever you wanna call it. So we better have the proper foundation, and definitely one of the most important ones is returns. Okay, and we're gonna get into further detail later in the video. But pretty much those are the most important things to be aware of the open stance. And so I'm gonna teach you my progression, the way I teach this stuff for the younger ones. So basically we're gonna start with just one leg. So I'm gonna stay one leg. I'm gonna start with my right leg there, my left foot off the ground. And what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna make sure I have my shoulders turned. I'm gonna use a nice ball, whatever ball you guys are using. So I'm gonna get loading on these legs. I'm gonna make sure my shoulders are turned, okay? And from here, I'm gonna push to generate pace of the right leg. So I'm gonna go here, load, and then push. I'm gonna jump off that leg, okay? I'm gonna shift all my weight from the right leg into the wall. So I'm gonna turn again, nice shoulder turn, and then throw. The things that we need to pay attention to when we're doing this, and this is the critical part, okay? So number one, when I'm loading my right leg, the single leg, I gotta make sure I'm not leaning that much. It happens a lot as I'm not really strong. So I'm gonna engage my core, good activation throughout the core, my glutes, everything on my right side, glutes and hamstring and quads, and of course my core, my obliques are gonna be working pretty hard right now. So I'm gonna make sure I'm loaded, nice shoulders, but not leaning that much, okay? That's gonna be number one. Number two is I gotta feel my right leg, my right hip loaded, and then as I push and throw, my belly button is gonna turn towards my target, okay? So right now my belly button is facing that direction. I load and I push. My belly button is gonna face to the camera because that's where my target is. If I am throwing the ball, then it's just gonna be it's gonna be towards my target, right? So second thing to pay attention to. One more thing, my eyes, okay? My eyes at contact, you guys have heard about that. Keep your eyes at contact, keep your head still. It works here again. So I'm gonna go here, I'm not leaning that much. I'm gonna keep my eyes at contact, ball's gonna come. I wanna keep my eyes at the ball, so it's gonna help me be more stable throughout the motion. So I'm gonna load and throw. I keep my eyes at contact. My core is gonna be the one working hard to help me be stable throughout the motion, okay? We don't want to have this type of movement where my head is rotating, my movement is rotating. It's all about shifting my weight, okay? So I'm storing a lot of energy. I want to store a lot of energy, keeping it here. And this actually leads me to the next point, which is extension. So everything is steady here, not leaning. Eyes are strong at contact. And now the ball is going to come and I want to hit it hard. I want to put a lot of power on it. So I'm going to load. And now I'm going to push my hands through to generate a lot of power, okay? So we don't want to be the player just rotating, not having enough power. I'm going to load and extend. I like to call it push and extend. So push, extend, generate a lot of power. I'm going to try the other leg as well. Other leg is going to be a little bit tricky as definitely righties, we're stronger on the right side, so left leg is going to be tougher for me and my back. The left hip is always a little bit tight. I don't have that much access to it, but I need to engage my core and I'll find it. So let's give it a try. I'm going to load again. Whoop. Staying nice shoulder rotation, eyes still, and then making sure my hands are loose and relaxed so they can actually go forward. My core doing all the work to help me be stable doing this motion. Shoulders turn and throw. That's 1, 2. I really want to work on my rotation. 3, engaging my core. Okay, so we're gonna go 15. So I'm gonna go 15 on my forehand side, jumping off this leg. Then I'm gonna go 15 on the left side, my backhand side. All right, good work. Okay, so we're gonna get into the second progression of the open stance. We know how to load only one leg. Now I'm gonna find my nice wide base, and be careful because this is the first mistake that I see when I start teaching juniors here. They get really wide. So hey, we don't have to do a split here, okay? You wanna be wider than your shoulders, okay? And that's it. I don't wanna lean, I wanna keep the same concepts that we just talked about. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn my shoulders, loading my right hip. Okay, I have nice strong position. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump off this leg and I'm gonna land in the other one. Okay, so I'm gonna push and then throw. And then I'm gonna keep doing that, loading and then pushing. If you remember guys, I wanna push through the wall, I wanna have extension. So remember, my hands are gonna go through. I'm not gonna be the over rotating guy here. I'm gonna go one more time so you can see it. Nice white base, everything coming off my right leg. I'm storing a lot of energy. Store energy, then shift forward. Store energy, then shift. Store energy, right leg. Your core is doing all the work. Make sure that it is fully activated. Turn, throw, vamos, turn, throw. Wow, I actually right now feel how these muscles are burning, which is a great idea, okay? Which is a great thing, sorry, not idea, great thing. Now, I'm gonna be on the other side, pretty much the same thing. I hope you guys see my feet here. Nice white base, not too crazy wide. I'm gonna push up my left leg right now. Boom, come on. I told you before, this is a tough one for me, the open stance backhand. So let's see how it goes. So I'm gonna load, push, and then extend. Wow, I heard a crack in my back. Let's go. Push, extend. I really am gonna exhale as I'm doing this. So store energy, push it through. Remember the belly button, okay? So belly button to the side, load it, and then forward. Vamos. Belly button to the side. Nice loading base. If you catch yourself doing it wrong, okay? It's the best idea, awareness. Catch yourself, push, forward. Okay, for this one, we're gonna go 15 again. 15 forehands, 15 backhands. Keep the quality. Let's do it. Let's see how it goes from here. So we did our progression. I hope you guys feel how you're generating power of one leg only, forehands and backhands. So what I like to do after this is to start with the movement, okay? Because you just don't find yourself hitting it here. You gotta move most of the time. So what I do with my kids, and if you're one of my private lesson students, you guys know this stuff, it's the 3 steps. I'm gonna start, we do it with the ball first and we progress into the racket. So pretty much I'm gonna go 1 cone, white base, I'm gonna go split, turn, and this is little, it's gonna be my first step, split, turn. I'm gonna go for a crossover step, white, and then I'm gonna set up my feet where the green cone is over there. So I'm gonna go here, 1, 2, and 3. Guess what? I'm loaded. I'm in my step 3, I'm loaded, and I'm just gonna throw. How do I recover from here? You guys know the answer. I'm gonna do a nice crossover step back. And ready position. Oh, I'm gonna destroy my Roomba. Anyway, I'm gonna go here, ready position, split, turn, 1, 2, throw, crossover. And as you feel the rhythm, you can increase a little bit faster the pace and go a little bit faster, but you wanna make sure split, turn, 1, 2, throw, crossover. And then split, turn, 1, 2. Generate pace out of your right leg. My opponent is pushing me to the forehand side. I'm like, hey, I'm good at these. 1, 2. Okay? I'll just try to go, I'm just gonna go for that one, maybe 15, maybe 20 of that, just to kind of feel the way I move, the way I do a crossover step, this direction, that direction to recover. And now I'm gonna work on my backhand. Okay, so I'm gonna get into my open stance one more time. Nice ready position, split, little step to open up my hip. It's gonna be 1, 2, and 3. I'm loaded again, and then push. Almost. I love to do it with the younger ones to grunt. They love it too. I don't know, it's silly. You gotta breathe out though, so if you wanna grunt, you're more than welcome to do it. So I just love it. I do it all the time. So I'm gonna go 1 and 2, then recover, 1 and 2, and then recover, 1 and 2. I wanna make sure I have extension again. Like I said, sometimes I struggle with this personally when I use my open stance backhand. So in my case, I'm gonna work really hard on pushing and then extending, pushing and then extending. It's easier for me to do the open stance as it is for mostly everybody. So give it a try, work on your forehand, work on your backhand, good quality. All right, now finally, yay, rackets. Rackets is the time that we've been waiting for. Swinging, I want to swing. Guys, I want to play. Last time I played actual tennis was probably 2 years ago, so I do miss it. I do a lot of mini tennis with you, but I miss hitting that yellow ball, you know. So anyway, I gotta be careful here because I am pretty close of destroying some of these stuff here. So I hope I don't do that. You can do it outside again. You have definitely more room in your backyard, in your garage, whatever you have more room, just go again and try it. Same deal, I'm gonna go split, one step, and then load, and then swing, and then recover. 1, 2, swing. Really focusing on pushing off my right leg. Again, split, turn, 1, 2, push, push, push. I'm kind of scared of hitting in here, so I'm gonna go a little bit forward, push, and generate a lot of pace. Same thing on my backhand here, push, and hit. Work on your crossover step, push. A nice open stance. Really focusing on that push. One more time. And then you got it. Next time you play with somebody and that person is pushing you corner to corner and you're just running for that shot, you're gonna have a better foundation. How to load here. How to load here. Keys, guys. One leg. Big steps. Crossover step, okay? Look the way I do my crossover step to get to the wall, my crossover step to recover. Okay, basic stuff that you guys know, but it's always good to reinforce those. All right, great job on that. All right, everybody, so we're getting to the end of this workout. Last thing we're gonna touch base on today is returns. Okay, so I said before, open stance, generating pace and generating power, loading, using the ground to create power is going to be huge for returns. Coach Peter is a huge fan of teaching returns because it's the second most important shot in tennis, right? So this is something that I was thinking, okay, I'm going to do some open stance. It works for the orange ballers, for the green ballers, for the yellow ballers, high performance. So I'm like, this is something we need to just translate into the return. So I have a little yoga mat right here. If you have a hurdle, if you have a step, something, this is just going to help us to understand the split step. Split step is key when I am returning. First of all, I'm going to get into my wide, nice returning position without the racket to start. I'm going to go here, and I like to do the first step to initiate my motion. A tough word for a Spanish speaker, sorry. So I'm going to go little step, and then as I'm doing my little step, that's going to be the way I'm going to initiate my split. I'm going to jump over that to land. Okay, so I'm going to go 1 and then 2. Boom. Right at this time, I should know if the ball's coming to my forehand, to my backhand. So that's the moment I, boom, turn my shoulders. I like to keep the swing very compact. Okay, so when I have a ball, guess what? I cannot go all over here because we have a lot of you guys when you're turning on the forehand making a big swing. So this is good for that. Again, I'm going to go a little bit slower. I'm going to take my first step into my split and then turn. That's a backhand. I'm going to go first step into my split, turn. I'm going to exaggerate the split. This could feel like, wow, that's kind of too high or maybe too long. That's all right. This is just for you to feel how it is, okay? So 1, split, and then turn, boom, okay? Now we got it. Let's return some forehands with the ball. So I take my step, split, load, push, and then I go back. I'm going to do a backhand right now. So ready position. Take my step into my split. Turn, push. There you go. I'm going to keep going. Nice white base. Little step. I see my opponent is about to make contact. Boom. Right when I land, I see the ball coming. For those teenagers that are serving 100 miles, 110, 115. We guys got to be good at this, or you're just going to see the ball going through. And you're like, what? How am I going to return this? Okay, time up your split step. Take your split here and really work on this turn, and exploding off that. Okay? So that's going to be the first progression for my returns. Make sure you focus on the split. Nice compact turn of the shoulders. Loading the outside leg. Here for forehands. Here for backhands. Now I'm gonna go again, nice ready position. If you're here, I'm not gonna go in deep detail right now, but simple. I'm gonna take my little step into my split turn and then load. Okay, again, I'm a little bit scared, so I'm gonna choke up on my racket a little bit so I don't destroy here anything. Split, boom, turn, pushing off that leg. I'm gonna go again, little step into my split, turn, and pushing forward. You see the way I'm cutting off the angle? Right when I get here and I turn, I'm gonna push off this leg forward. Or here, I'm gonna push off this leg forward, okay? That's gonna be huge for your returns. If you have more room than swing, guys, this is gonna be huge for your returns, all right? So good work today. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed today's workout. Big focus on open stance returns. Again, like I said, I just want to help the tennis community. It's actually fun doing this stuff, so I hope you enjoy it. Thumbs up. Go to my YouTube channel. I feel a little bit weird doing this stuff, but I mean, difficult times, different things we're doing, so I think we're gonna get through this, but together. So if you like it, share. Thank you. Until the next time. See you later.